All right. Good morning, everyone. I think we are live. So, Sage is here. I see in the comments. Laura's here. I'm here. Celine is here, and Jacqueline is here. I'm thinking, let me know if you can hear me all right in the comments below. I was having some issues. I upgraded my StreamYard so I could basically do another 10K day this month streaming. And so, there were a few things that you can do a little bit differently. Like I can basically upload my own overlay. So that's what I did. But yeah, it just took a little bit of time because I was like, I made it last night, but I didn't upload it today because I was all sketched out about entering the broadcast studio. Oh, Jordan's here too. Yeah, I was all sketched out about entering the broadcast studio and like accidentally starting the stream early. And so yeah, that's kind of what took so long, this morning because I had downloaded it, but I didn't download it. I downloaded it with a white background instead of a transparent background by accident. So, yeah. And now I also realize that I have, like, a little subscribe button in my overlay, but I also have one in my YouTube overlay, so there might be 2, which is really annoying, and I'll have to take one off. But, yeah, it's super fun. Oh gosh, there's so many people here for so early. Sage, Laura, Celine, Jacqueline, Jordan. Oh, thanks, Sage. I appreciate it. Nora, awesome. Everybody is in, well, for me, it's early, but for some of you, I know it's not. So, does anyone have a preference on what length of sprint we start with? I was thinking like 15 or maybe 20 to start. Sarah is here too. Oh my gosh, a whole crew is here so early in the morning. This is so exciting. So normally for the morning sprints, we go for usually like an hour and a half. So it's 6:30 my time here, and yesterday we ended just after 8. I'm hoping we can end at or around 8, because then I have to get ready for work. So, yeah, I'm thinking like 15 or 20 minutes for the first sprint. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. If you keep hearing a clap in the background, it's because I also have my YouTube channel open, so I can open this stream. So I can open this stream and see what it looks like. And yeah, okay, I see the double subscribe button issue. That's okay. I'll fix it for the next while we're on our sprint, I can fix it. I can go on PicMonkey and make sure that it's not looking all like doubled up and weird. Okay. So, Jacqueline thinks 15 sounds good. I saw that on YouTube. It's taking a little while to load on StreamYard. There we go. Jacqueline thinks 15 sounds good. I do too for the first morning sprint. I think so. Anybody else have any preferences? I am also going to be normally I work on my other computer during the sprints, but I'm not going to do that today. So if I'm like weirdly staring at the screen during the sprints, that's just because I'm working off this computer now. Sage is good with 15 too, just doing admin right now. Yeah, sometimes you just have to spend some time to like sort out whatever it is your work, your writing, your life, and take those few minutes to do the admin. All right, everybody's down for 15. Let me put this banner up. We're not doing 10 minutes, we're doing 15 minutes. I don't know what's happening here. There we go. Show. Awesome. Everybody's down for 15. I know early morning, it's like you don't really want to do like a super long sprint in the morning because, at least for me, I'm just getting up and I'm like, I'm just kind of doing this to like in the morning get some words done so they're already out of the way for the rest of the day. And I'm not looking to work too hard at 6:30 in the morning. Everybody let me know in the comments what time zone you're in or, like, what time it is where you're at because I know Sage is not struggling right now. It's around lunchtime where you're at, right, Sage? I could be wrong on that one, but South Africa, I'm feeling like I don't know. How many hours ahead are you? Probably, like, 8? I made that up. I'm gonna have to go look. Yeah, but everybody let us know what time zone you're in. And speaking of time, I have 15 minutes on the timer, and we're going to get started in 3, 2, 1, and sprint. Good luck writing, everyone. All right, everybody, that is time for the first 15 minutes. So I know I missed a lot of comments, but let me just hop right back into those. All right. Laura dreaming big. It's 12:30 here. We were talking about before we hopped into the sprint what time zones everyone's in. So while everybody goes ahead and lets us know how they did, I'm just going to go through these comments because I find it super interesting that we're all from around the world. Madeline Milburn Agency has a mentorship competition going, so I'm trying to grab all the books that my dream agent said she prefers so I can compare stuff. Yep, great idea. I also, when I eventually decide to traditionally publish, or like try to go down that path for my like new for like my sci-fi project, I definitely will be doing the same thing, like finding my agent and then like looking down their wish list and all the books they really like and all that stuff. EST as well, 6:30. Yay, lots of early birds with me. Jordan too, Jordan and Jacqueline. For Sage, it's lunchtime, 6-hour difference. Nura, it's 1:30 p.m. here, 1:40 p.m. here. So definitely not early in the morning. 12:40 here. Hey, Shadowflight, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. All right. 4:54. It's 9 p.m. in here in the land of Oz. 12 p.m. here. Okay, wow, everybody really is from all over, and there's only a few people who are here from a 6:30 time zone or 6:30 a.m. I guess it's 7 now, the EST time zone. So yeah, everybody, let me know how you done. It's so early. Let's talk about how we've done. I actually spent that time plotting, replotting because I have a short tournament arc in All the Queen's Renegades, the book that I'm currently working on. And I mean, like, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. A couple of the challenges are kind of lame right now, so I'm trying to figure out what new challenges I could swap in to replace those that still represent the kind of values of it's like the religious the religious body in this book that is not like reflective of our current religions. It's this whole new thing because it is a fantasy novel. So it's kind of the religious body who's hosting this tournament. And I need the trials to reflect kind of their values and their knowledge and what they believe while simultaneously proving to be challenging enough for two of my main characters. So currently figuring that out a little bit because I mean, a couple of the challenges are pretty good, and then a couple of them are like, meh, I could do better on this. Ooh, Sarah, you're in CST, aren't you? That's rough. Celine, it's 1 p.m. here, wrote 322 words. That's awesome. 15 minutes, 322 words, crushing it. That's so funny. I only got 167 words because I'm always really slow at the beginning. I totally same page. I'm plotting and I'm like, or not like trying to come up with ideas and trying to research ideas. And I literally like did not even write more than a page. So, and I'm handwriting because I always kind of do my brainstorming in like note format. So, yeah. My cat was being a goof and walking over my keyboard / trying to drink my coffee. So I only got 83 words, but that's so adorable. I love little pets. Although reading them over, I don't think they're usable. I totally get that story of my life on the 10K day that I did over the weekend. I was reading some of it, some of the stuff at the end, and I was like, nonsense. It happens though. Sometimes you just need to blurt something out and then be like, this is close enough. Not close enough, but this is like kind of the idea of what I want to do. But now I'm going to have to go back and rewrite the whole thing. I managed to buy one book, added about 20 to my wish list. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of books. 222. I'm half asleep, so I'm impressed that I got that many. That's a lot of words for 15 minutes, just in general, and that's also a lot of words for being half asleep. Um, yeah, everybody did so great for so darn early in the morning. That's awesome. Ugh, ugh, yeah, I'm tired today, like really, really tired today. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. I feel like not going outside is taking its toll. Oh my gosh. First of all, though, just a pause on the writing sprints because, like, a little bit of a story time. I went to the grocery store yesterday and it was a trip. We're trying to minimize our kind of going outside trips. But I hadn't realized. So, the last time we probably went grocery shopping was a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. And there was not really any big restrictions on our grocery stores. But now, this time, my partner and I went, and there was a line outside where people were all waiting like 6 to 10 feet apart. And then we got to the front of the line, and they were like, "You can come in, like, only one person can come in, one person per cart." And we didn't need to get more than one cart, so it was just me that went in. And you walk in, and there was 2 hand washing stations before you go in, and so you had to wash your hands before you go in. And then you went through the grocery store, and there was they were only letting a certain amount of people in, but there was a map you had to follow on the floor, like, they had arrows mapped out, and you couldn't just, like, go down your own aisle. You had to, like, follow the trail. It was kinda like a maze. Anyway, I just, like I guess, like, I'd seen like, obviously, with the empty streets and empty stores and closed stores, I'd seen the effects of COVID-19, but I hadn't, like, walked into a grocery store and had it been like that. That was just so surreal. Anyway, that was just my short story time about what happened yesterday. It was Yeah, it was super interesting. I don't know if places near you are like that yet, but or have been like that for a while, but it was kind of like, "Oh, okay, they're" mm, yeah, yeah. So, yeah, that was interesting. Anyway, sorry, total tangent. I see another comment here, Sage. You can fix a bad page, you can't fix a blank page. I totally subscribe to that, like, saying, mantra, whatever you wanna call it. Yeah, you can edit a bad page, you can't fix a blank page, yeah. Um, you have to have something to edit, so just that out there, and then that's what editing is for. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I think I'm all caught up on comments. So does anybody want to go for another one? 20 minutes, maybe? Question mark? Also, for anybody who is free on Friday, I'm going to be doing a live stream 10K day again. So if anybody wants to write 10K in a day, you can come suffer with me because I don't want to suffer alone. Basically, I'm asking you to sacrifice your entire day and come be miserable with me. Oh my God. Yesterday was so busy at the grocery store, not as restrictive here, but still weird. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. It's so weird. They just like Quebec's got more cases than Ontario right now. So maybe that's why. And like, I don't think it was a policy that the government put out that all grocery stores have to do. I think some might just be doing it. But yeah, it was a weird, weird trip. Our grocery store doesn't really have any restrictions, but honestly, I wish they would start putting them in place now rather than later. I agree, like, better do it now, when cases are still, like, relatively low in Canada versus later, or relatively low in general versus later. I'm down for 20. 20 minutes sounds good. 20 is good. I'm down for 20. Okay, sweet. Everybody's down for 20. I went to the grocery store this morning in our small town, so I won't have to go to the big town and deal with their queues. Mr. Sage has to do blood tests, so he'll pick up a few things we still need. Yeah. Yeah, definitely try and minimize, like, trips out of the house. So if someone's already going, that's great. Um, but yeah, I think going in a small town is probably better than a big city. Funny enough, or not funny enough, it's not funny. I don't know why I said funny enough, but like so we live in Montreal, like the Montreal area, and my partner's parents are a little bit further out of Montreal. And when coronavirus first hit this area, it actually hit um like the outside area really hard. And I think they had at first the same amount, or if not a few more cases than the big city, but now that's obviously like whoosh. I will definitely be miserable with you. Awesome. That's great, Sage. Glad to have a companion in this. And I'm still hoping for Saturday too, because I would love to be able to do like that the kind of like 10K kind of tag off on Saturday. So I should go back into the AuthorTube group and like pick the people who said they were interested and we can all figure out how to do that 10K day. I've started limiting the number of people. They've started limiting the number of people in stores here in Australia and they clean our carts for us, but there is no map. Yeah, the map thing was so weird. I was like, and the way it happened was the arrows were on the floor, and I was obviously didn't think to look down at the floor, and then I was going the wrong way down one aisle, and some, like, other lady, very politely, by the way, was like, "Oh, like, you're going the wrong way," and I was like, "What are you talking about?" And then she, like, pointed at the floor, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry," because we were about to, like, cross paths in an aisle, and I think they're trying to prevent that from happening. Anyway, it was super fun. Funny, um and she was really nice about it, but I was just so confused, and I was like, "Wow, I'm so useless." Yes, 10K relay on Saturday, I'm so excited. I We need to figure that out. I'm definitely gonna go on the Facebook group after this and try and, like, get enough people. Alright, I'm gonna toss the banner up here for 20 minutes, not 15 minutes, Keelan. Get your shit together. Okay. Alright, so is everybody ready to start? I've got 20 minutes up on the timer, and I think we can get started. I realize I like tilt my head all the time. This is how my head is. This is how it should be to be straight, but I'm always like this. Like I have no idea. I guess I'm a little bit lopsided. Okay. Okay. I've got 20 minutes on the timer and we are ready to go, I guess. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and sprint. Good luck, everyone. Happy writing. All right, everybody, that is time. Oh, and it looks like we have another person joining us, Mikey. Awesome. Cool. How did everybody do? I got through two major roadblocks, and unfortunately, though, the all of the tournament arc that I've had previously now has to be tossed out the window. So that's no fun. Um, but I found a structure that better represents the kind of like church that's hosting this tournament. So I feel like, or it's not really a tournament. It's like 2, now 3 tests. It used to be 5, but this is a better representation of what they represent and how they can use that in like a sneaky way. Yeah. Yeah. So how did everybody else do? That's my update because I really didn't write any words. I just spent a lot of time researching and like making notes. So, all right. Oh, Mikey's here. Shadowflight's saying hi. Jacqueline got 322 words. Jacqueline, is that the exact same you got last time? One second. I'm going back in the comments because like I'm super curious now. Uh, oh no, you got 83. Did someone get 322? Celine did. Celine got 322 last time. See, I remember for anybody who watches South Park. All right, 322. 307. I'm also attempting a 12-hour writing day, so I'm an hour down. That's so exciting. Jordan, I actually saw during the first sprint, my phone was like the volume was on and I got a ding and I saw that you tagged me on Instagram and I saw that you were doing a 12-hour writing day and I forgot to mention it. But yes, everyone, Jordan's doing a 12-hour writing day and that is awesome. Good luck with that because I know those can go long. They can feel a lot longer than they actually are. Celine got 450. Katie got 317. Sage also did not write words, but caught up with Robin, and I read a whole book in BitLife. What's BitLife? I don't know what that is. Oh gosh, I hope I don't. Good morning, and I hope I don't butcher your name. Sacco? Sacco? Is that right? Please let me know if I'm mispronouncing that. Also, yes, good morning. All right, 219, and I also spent some time talking about plot with a family member. That is okay, Shadow. I love that because I also do the same thing, and sometimes my family is like I call them to do it or I talk about my partner. He helps me with battle scenes a lot because he plays video games, and I'm like, could we do this? And so it's funny because we actually once tried to simulate one of my battles because I was like, I don't know if it's realistic to have this side win. And so we tried to like figure out how they could like what strategy they could use to win. Anyway, but yeah, I also spend time talking with people about the plot and just kind of like bouncing ideas around, even if it's just to say it out loud. Like I talk to my mom about stuff sometimes and she doesn't even really respond. She's just like, "Oh, that sounds so cool." And I'm like, "No, no, it doesn't. I just realized it was all messed up." But yeah, and then family members can also be really encouraging. So that's really nice. Yes, yes, I did see the post. I was like, "Wait, you did what?" And I'm like, "Yeah, oh yeah, the Instagram post." Which thank you, it was so sweet. Yes, definitely good luck. That is really cool, a 12-hour writing day, like, damn, girl. Morning, Sacco. 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 Nailed it. I'm so far, like, doing okay with name pronunciations. People are people come on and I'm, like, just trying to figure it out. I know my name also, like, is not like, if you look at it, people are like, "What?" And I'm like, Keelan." So actually my name is actually Keelan. But the way you spell my name, like Keelan Rivers is my pen name. And My first name really actually is Keelan, but it's spelt a different way. Um, but I kind of did it this way, so it's spelt, like, phonetically, I guess. So it works so far. And there's really also not a big difference between my pet name and my real name. It was also it yeah, it was a whole thing, but it's a little bit different, very slightly, 1 letter. It's a silly life simulator tappy game on the phone app thing. Cool. What's BitLife? BitLife? Was that what it was called? BitLife. I'll have to check it out. I never tried anything like this before, so now is as good as a time as ever. Yes, it definitely is as good a time as ever. Jordan, what are you working on? Also, because I am, as you know, a huge fan of your novel that I'm not going to say what it's about here because I don't know if I can. But you know I'm a huge fan of it. So I'm eagerly awaiting that one. I'm trying the 10K in 24 hours thing on Saturday. That's awesome. Yes. I think we're going to do on Friday, I'm going to be trying a full 10K live stream again because I think it did a really good job at holding me accountable. And then on Saturday, I think what we're trying to do is have a group like live stream, like about 5 people, each live stream 2 hours, maybe a little bit longer, so that it's kind of like 2K per live stream. And it's like a 10K relay, basically. Excuse me, I had the hiccups. Yes, it's as good as a time as ever to get lunch for sure. My real name is Sako, but Tumi is my pen name. Oh, no way. That's so cool. I love pen names. So fun. Like, why not? 10K live stream would be awesome. Yeah, it would. So we're trying to organize that 10K relay for Saturday. Um, we are still in the process of trying to organize it, mainly because I asked people if they would be interested. A lot of people were, and then I didn't say anything after that. So, um, yeah, basically, I'm the bottleneck holding people up right now. But on Friday, there will be a 10K live stream day as well on my channel. So awesome. If you're interested or can't come on Friday, like please do join. That would be so much fun. Alrighty. So are we feeling another 20 or another 10? 10, another 20, another 15. Let me know. Just put the number 17.5. I don't know. Put the number the number of minutes you want to go for in the chat, and then we can start off on our next sprint. Super excited. I'm really trying to plot my way through this, or not plot my way through this, but get enough ideas that I can go back to my tournament arc and fix it up / rewrite it now because it's totally different. Like totally different. Like before there was a challenge basically for each of the for like there were basically 4 elements and then one final challenge, and that didn't kind of work. Like this church / religious body in my story, like it wasn't super relevant to what they did. And so now all of that is scrapped. So that's probably like I don't know, let's say each of those is a chapter. And in my previous book, all my chapters kind of averaged out to 1,700 words per chapter. So that's probably like 5 times 1,700. I mean, that's near 10,000. It's a little bit less. Let's see. That's 8,500 words that are probably worthless. Like some of the conversation could probably be kept, but mm, yeah, yeah. This is why I need another 10K day because I'm going to have to rewrite the entire tournament arc. Awesome. I'll be there. Sweet. Well, thank you. I'm getting ready for RevPit, a Twitter contest, but I'm working on a new project in the meantime. Yes, for sure. I get that, like, finish one thing or, like, if you're editing one thing, starting drafting another, I'm like, "Yes, agreed." But also good luck in Rev Pit, that's super exciting. That's the one where someone was talking about this yesterday because I'm not a big Twitterer. So that's the one where you get a like an agent does a revision of your manuscript. Is that what it is? Like a developmental revision? Okay, 20 sounds great. 20. I'm sort of feeling 15, but also 20. So why don't we do something in between, like 17.5? I'm slightly addicted to pen names. I have one for sweet romance, one for supernatural slash thriller stuff, and one for the back burner if I ever decide to write erotica. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm also a pen name kind of gal that yeah, yeah. I have a romance writer pen name and which I will probably never say on this channel. Just because I don't want my writing to get like confused. Like not confused. I don't want my fantasy YA and my potentially coming soon romance stuff to ever like cross over, if that makes sense. But we'll see. Who knows what's going to happen in the future? Hi, Josie. How's it going? I keep missing your lives in the morning. Curse me. Yeah, no worries. I know it's early for a lot of folks, but thanks for joining. That's awesome, Sage. I'm trying out a pen name for writing. Sakotumi is my art career. Ooh, everybody go look at Sacco. Is there somewhere we can see your art? Because like that's awesome. That's me with a story arc in my original. I love it, but I think it has to go. Yes, I am heart wrenched about this tournament arc, considering also that I've already rewritten maybe like 20,000 words, 30,000 words of this story multiple times. But this is better. This is better. The tournament arc wasn't working. It was just kind of like meh. Now I think this is good. So it happens. Yep, I've looked at my manuscript for so long. I need someone else to tell me what to do. It's always great having a second opinion. Yes, audience segmentation. For sure. Agreed. 100%. If you have multiple pen names, then you've got like I was considering publishing some romance under Keelan Rivers, but then I was like my audience like my fantasy novels aren't even like fantasy romance. I know a lot of YA now is trending towards fantasy romance where it's like The Cruel Prince and Wicked King and like that whole series. Like my novels aren't like that. It's very much an epic fantasy. And so I don't think my readers would expect that I put out a novel that is romance. So yes, I agree. Audience segmentation for sure. Everybody's saying hi. I don't remember, but do you use Scrivener? I don't. I use Google Docs because I am paranoid and I don't want to lose anything. All right, so we had some 20s and 15s up here. So would anybody be down for 17.5 so we can hit like smack in the middle? That's so funny. Cheese griller sausages for lunch, so we're having broke hot dog sausages on white bread. I love sausages, first of all, but I'm not really a fan of hot dogs, if that makes any sense. Like sausages are so good. Um, I'll have a hot dog here or there, but I don't really like the buns. I don't know. I've got this whole thing with hot dogs. I'm a hamburger gal. Okay, 17.5, 17.5, 17.5, 70.5. Good with that. All right, I'm going to put it on the timer right now. 17 minutes and 30 seconds. All right, and we are going to get started on this sprint in 3, 2, 1, and happy writing, everyone. Go. All right, everybody, that is time. How did everybody do? I have gotten personally further along in my plotting. I have figured out all of the scenes that I am replacing the original tournament with. And I'm just doing research right now on the first scene because there's going to have to be some different elements, not elements like chemicals involved. So I just have to make sure their interactions all work in a way that makes sense. How'd everybody else do? Sage, I'm so with you there. Oh, this is from the conversation before the sprint. Hamburgers all the way, but Mr. Sage is not a burger fan. Yes, I am a hamburger person. Love, 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 love me some burgers. All right. Shadow Flight is leaving to have breakfast, and you know what? It's 8 a.m. here, so either we jump into a really quick 10-minute sprint, or I think I'm going to call it. Sorry, I have the hiccups. Call it a day for this morning as well. So up to you guys. Do we want to dive into, first of all, let me know how you did. And second of all, let me know if we want to dive into a really quick 10-minute sprint. And yeah, let's all chat about that in the comments really quickly because I'm hoping we can start the 10-minute sprint in the next like 2 or 3 minutes. If not, we can chat for another 5-10 minutes and then head out. But I definitely have to start getting ready for work now. Just waiting for some of the comments to roll in. All righty, let's go. Okay, here we go. I watched the first 4 lessons in Jazz's presenting to the camera class on Skillshare. Oh, do you have a Skillshare subscription? I've always wanted to, like Skillshare and Masterclass. I'm kind of just debating whether they I guess are worth the cost. Slash I think they're definitely worth the cost, but I just don't know if I would I'd be diligent enough to use them. That's so sad to say, but I just don't know if I'd be diligent enough to use them. But that sounds like a cool class. I hope you let us know if you enjoyed it. I was plotting a few more scenes. I'm so happy. Back. Oh, I'm hoping you had a good breakfast. Sacco got 888 words in 17 minutes. That's crazy. That's unbelievable. That's massive. I'm kind of stuck, so I only got 104 words. I totally get the stuck piece of it. Like literally I have been working this past hour and a half just on getting unstuck. So yes, I totally get it. It happens sometimes, and sometimes you just have to take a pause and figure out what it is that is making you stuck. 573, also huge word counts. 228. I got a little stuck starting a new chapter. Yep, I think it's like I said, getting stuck happens. It happens. Me too, Jordan. Yeah, and new chapters especially. And I also find new chapters, and then also if something's a little bit resolved now or resolved at least for now, kind of the start of a new conflict also tends to have me struggle a bit. I'm good either way. I think this is for whether we stay in chat for another 5-10 or if we dive into another sprint. 437 words, almost finished an important chapter. Okay, so first of all, that's amazing. When you're almost done an important chapter, it's just like you get the best feeling. Sage, I'm also good either way. Okay, so I'm going to make my way through these comments because there's still a few more, and then maybe we can do like a quick 5-minute sprint. Yeah, why don't we do that? We'll chat for just a tiny bit longer and then do a quick 5-minute sprint. Chatting sounds good. Oh, I missed that comment before I said that. Yeah, well, I think we'll do that. We'll chat for a little bit and then do a 5-minute sprint and then quickly sign off. Around 150 words. I have to calculate my word count as I didn't keep track of what I started last time. Yeah, I also am, like, notorious for not remembering where I start, so, like here, I'm gonna try and show you in my notebook if you can see it. These were my word counts from the 10K day. Oops. But you see, like, I have the total in the document and then how much I wrote at that time because I also don't keep track of where I start, so I had to calculate it every single time. I'm on the free trial at the moment. I think they're worth the cost, but I don't know if I can justify the spend right now. Skillshare has a free trial. That's awesome. I'm writing that down right now. Um, Also, probably not the distraction I need right now, but that's okay. And sorry, I'm just writing. I keep track of how long the sprints are that we do. So I'm just writing down everything we've done so far. Also, yes, everybody, I guess Skillshare has a free trial. Totally going to look into that. How long is the free trial for? Every once in a while, there will be a YouTuber that will offer 2 months free. I'm going to have to look into that for sure and take a look at the trials because I think it'd be super interesting, especially now when you're kind of just like, or at least most people are stuck at home. Um, and even if you're not stuck at home, like you work an essential job, when you're not working, you're stuck at home. So, yes, one of my friends has a class on there. So she gave us all 2 months free. That's so cool. Okay, I'm going to have to look into this for sure. Anyone else who's taken a Skillshare class and like it, like, let us know because or anyone else have a class that they really like on Skillshare, let us know in the comments because, then we can all check out our favorite classes. Alrighty, so I'm thinking we do a 5-minute sprint to end things off. I know 5 minutes is like a real sprint, and it's kind of difficult for me right now because I'm just doing research, so 5 minutes is not a lot of time to do research, but I was on the verge of reading about different chemicals that can, like, basically react together, so, I found an article that seemed really interesting, so this might be give me enough time to just, like, skim through that and get the research for that. I think usually the free trial is a couple weeks, but if you look around, there are loads of influencers who have a 2-month length. Definitely going to look it up for sure. Jenna Moreci has a couple classes on brand and marketing. Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely have to go check those out. Branding and marketing are definitely not my forte. um, or I should say, not my forte, not because I don't know how to do it, because I actually like branding and marketing are kind of part of my job a little bit, but it takes like, you'd be surprised how much time and effort and like resources goes into branding and marketing. Like I have spent the past several months, basically since the end of January, working on a branding project at my current job. And like I said, like I know how to do branding quite well, but it takes a lot of time and effort to basically, at least with a large or organization, get everybody on board, make sure everything's consistent, have a rollout plan, do all of that stuff. So I'm not sure if it's just because I prefer the writing part of writing, but it's definitely something I need to work on. So I would love to watch Jenna Moressi's Skillshare and get some tips there for sure. I did Jenna Moressi's classes and took so many notes. Okay, so I definitely am going to have to take these because I think it's just like I think I have a problem with prioritizing branding and marketing for myself because it's just like I'd rather write, I'd rather create, I'd rather play around and do cover design for fun. I'd rather make YouTube videos than yeah, yeah. But I think I'm getting there. I'm slowly getting there. My friend's class is really fun. It's called Creative Color Play by Jo Marie Barlow. It's about unblocking your creativity with 15 minutes and whatever art supplies you have on hand. That's so fun. I love, literally, I've been unblocking my creativity lately with making covers on Photoshop. And like, it's not that like my cover design is that great, but it's just kind of like a hobby, I suppose. But this sounds like a really cool class. I'm a graphic designer, so branding and marketing are a job aside from being an author. Yes, for sure. I used to work in like risk and health and safety, and now I work in communicate like risk, health and safety and environment, mostly like kind of environmental in an environmental context. But now I used to, I also used to work when I was like quite a long time ago for like before I started my career in environment in media, um, basically doing video like distribution. So, like transcoding of videos, kind of a little tiny bit of post production, and then some graphic design. So now I work in kind of a communications and sustainability field. So they cross over. Um, and I have to do some branding with my job. And I love doing branding and marketing and like a tiny bit of marketing too. A lot of it is kind of like internal marketing, if that makes sense, like internal communications, um, and a little bit of external focus. However, my branding piece, like the branding piece is definitely the piece that I have to learn or that I had to learn the most on. Um, and for me personally, like I do it at I think maybe my thing is like I do it at work. And so then doing it for my author platform is just like not the top of my priority list because I'd rather be writing. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. It's definitely something that I am going to take because branding and marketing for authors is certainly different than branding and marketing for an organization. But that's super cool that you're a graphic designer. Sacco, can like would it be weird to ask if we can if you have a link to your work, please go ahead and link it because I am not. Here's the thing, like I work in comms and most of my job is like comms and sustainability. So I do a lot of content creation, but I'm not a graphic designer. We have graphic designers on our team who like obviously I work with very closely on our branding. So I just think graphic design is so cool. So please, if you have like a portfolio, I don't know. Anyway, don't feel pressured, but I think it'd be really fun to see your work. Okay, I'm going to stop rambling now, but it sounds like I have to take Jenna Moressi's course because it just might help me up my branding and marketing game for sure. Alrighty. So, 5 minute sprint, everyone. Are we ready? Question mark? I'm thinking people are ready. I hopped over to YouTube to see if there were any comments, but there are not. So I'm thinking folks are ready. Oh, okay, Jordan says ready. All right. I'm going to start the timer and we can get going in 3. Oops, 1 second. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, everybody, that is time. I saw Sage had to bounce. So it was good having you here, Sage, and you also have a good day. So this was so much fun. Yeah, this was awesome. Had a great time, everyone. How did everyone do in that 5 minutes? I actually just started looking. My editor just sent me an email. So it was actually, I ended up reading that over instead of the article because I just saw it pop up and I was like, oh, I should probably check this because we had an email exchange last night. And so I still consider it work things because it is. Yeah. Yeah. So, how did everybody do in 5 minutes? I'm just waiting for comments to load. It takes a while. StreamYard always seems to take a while. Sacco got 181 only. That's huge. Shadowflake got 182. Jordan got 64. Let me just see if these comments have come up yet. Sweet. Okay. Sacco got 181, struggling with this chapter. Yes. That it happens, but 181 words in 5 minutes is so many words. Like, that's actually incredible. And really cool. I also just wanted to say it's super awesome. You're a graphic designer. That's super fun. I'm just wondering if that like if you're going to be doing if you're self-publishing, sorry, I should say, if you want to self-publish in the future versus traditionally publish. I was wondering if you were planning on making your own cover or not, or if you do covers, because that's super interesting. Shadowflake got 182. That's a whole ton of words for 5 minutes. Jordan got 64. Jordan, that's still a ton for 5 minutes. Sarah just wrote a couple of sentences like, hey, it happens. It was a really, 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 really quick sprint. Jacqueline finished plotting out a scene. That's awesome. It's always super fun when you finish plotting out a scene. I am so close to replotting, at least on a very general scale, this tournament arc. So that's super exciting. 236 for this sprint, 1581 for the stream. That's so exciting. Celine, that's so many. Thank you so much for coming. Hosting, I literally go on StreamYard and click like start broadcast. So it's no problem at all. This was so fun. Definitely self-publishing and doing my own covers and branding. Oh, that's so cool. I love, like, when people's like author brand are super cohesive with their covers and their books and all that stuff. I'm such a sucker for that. And you know what? I definitely have to spend some time on it. So I'm definitely going to check out Jenna Moressi's Skillshare like super, super soon. If there's free trials for sure. And you said it was good and Jordan said it was good, so definitely going to check that out. And also cannot wait for the day that you have a cover reveal. And if you're already self-published, definitely let us know because I would love to go check it out. Alrighty. So I think that's it for the day. I just wanted to thank everyone from the bottom of my heart from coming to join. I definitely am needing motivation over this Camp NaNoWriMo, and these streams have like kind of kept me going a little bit. So if you're enjoying them, just please go ahead and leave a like. It helps me out a lot, just in terms of my channel and stuff like that. And definitely will be doing these again. I don't have one scheduled for tomorrow morning. Wasn't planning on doing one tomorrow morning, but who knows? So if that does happen, it'll pop up on my channel, I guess. But there are so many streams happening on Wednesday that I was just like, I feel like I could take a day to slip in and then join a stream in the evening. But I just wanted to thank everyone so much for coming. It was so much fun and, love hanging out and not writing all by myself. When I did my first live stream this past weekend, I was like so nervous that I was going to be the only one or not nervous. I should say I wasn't nervous. I was like, I was prepared to be the only one, but having other people made it so much more fun. So thank you so much for coming from the bottom of my heart. means a lot. And there are going to be more streams like this all month. And on Friday, it is the 10K day. So if you have Friday off, if you're at home and you want to even join for part of it, I believe we're starting at 7 a.m. EST. And basically, I'm just going to live stream until I've written 10,000 words. So feel free to join. It'll be super fun to have you. And then Saturday, we're going to do the relay. But thank you so much for coming. I'm going to sign off now and we'll see you soon. All right. Bye, everyone.